right, so visual subtraction. I really like this one. So it was, here's 2 out of 6, and then this is 1 out of 6. So it's saying if I have 2 and I take away 1, how many do I have left? And there to shade it in. You only have 1 left. So this is 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So when the denominators are matching, that means my pie cuts are exact same shape, so I can just go straight across, okay? So, 3 out of 12 and 1 out of 12. If you have 3 and you only take away 1, okay, you only take away 1, how many do you have left? Oh, I'm not supposed to do this one. Okay, so let's look at number 3. 11 out of 12 minus 1 out of 12. So this is where looking at your sign is super important, because I have students who, they see this and they see this, they assume it's together. Just because a picture has 12 together does not mean that's what it's asking it to do. So it's saying you have 11 and I'm taking 1 out. So I'm going to take 1 out. So how many is left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 left out of how many? 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So number 5, 4 out of 4, and I take 2 away, what's left over? So if I take 1, 2 away, what's left? 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay? And just because I draw it in like this doesn't mean I could only color these 2. I could have colored 1, 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 2. So it doesn't matter how it is as long as I know I have 2 pieces left out of 4. So 2 out of 4. Okay? I want you to take these one step further and look at this. Okay? 10 out of 12 is the same thing as if I did 2. Okay, so mine is not as nice, but if you look, it's about the same shape. For every 2, 1, 2, right? So how much is colored? The rest of it, which is actually 1, 2, 3, 4. I messed up somewhere. That's because there's supposed to be 6 pieces. So, alright. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually. Be careful. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6. And this is where I'm telling you double checking will save your life sometimes. Sometimes something just seems wrong. You look at this and you're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, but 4 doesn't fit into 10 very easily. What did I do wrong? So you have to double check knowing that certain things should be a certain way. Alright, so let's look at this one. 2/4. Let's look at that. That's the same thing as 1/2. And now let's look at the math way, okay? 10 divided by. What is the least common factor, okay? Actually, greatest common factor. Biggest number that both can be divided by. So, in this case, 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Same thing with 2/4. What can I divide both sides by? And just because I say 1 can be divided by one way, doesn't mean the top can. Like I can say 4 is divisible by 4. Is 2 divisible by 4 evenly? No. And that's where we hit some trip-ups, because they'll try to divide both sides by 4. Or they'll try to multiply it out. And they'll end up going 2 times 4 is 8. And so be careful about what you're trying to do. Divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2.